no doubt that Rizzo went after Diaz. But there's also no doubt that he slid over home plate after he hit him.
Chicago Cubs versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Anthony Rizzo, one of our favorite players. We haven't talked about him much this year, but one of the baseball good guys. Charitable, smart, extremely talented. Bit of a controversy. 3-run game in the top of the 8th inning. Forced play at home, bases loaded, ground ball. Takes out Elias Diaz. Takes him out. He was out by 10 or 15 feet. Takeout slide to break up the double play with the catcher at home plate. People are screaming bloody murder for this. There's rules in place to save the catchers. There's rules in place to protect middle infielders. But apparently, there is no rule protecting a catcher from a force play. Please explain this.
First of all, I didn't know that it didn't apply to force plays. Did you know that?
I did not know it until I heard a Clint Hurdle quote saying that he just assumed that catchers were safe ever since the Buster Posey rule came into effect a few years ago when he got tackled by the when he got tackled a few years ago against the Marlins. And I heard Clint Hurdle said that he did his due diligence. He asked and found out that catchers are not safe on a force play. There is no rule at home plate. Obviously, there's a rule at second base with a force play. You can't take out you can't slide through the bag at second base. You can't slide wide of the bag anymore. You got to slide right into it, and you got to stop on top of the bag. At home plate, where I think it's more dangerous because the catcher isn't looking at the runner. It's a complete different angle. The runner's running from third base, and the catcher's catching it and then turning to first base. He was blind there. He got taken out blind. That's like a blind hit in the NFL, right?
So until recently, the rule was you have to slide directly into the base. And that has sort of a fuzzy interpretation, sort of like a left-handed pitcher thrown over to first. You have to step directly towards the base, and that's interpreted as you have this 45-degree window that you can actually step in. And Rizzo slid. He was able to touch the plate.
Of course, yeah.
So it's not like he went onto the grass to get the catcher, but he definitely was going after contact. So I'll start by saying that the limited interaction I've had with Rizzo, he's one of the nicest guys in baseball. Mm-hmm. Played with him in the Padre minor league system. He's just an awesome guy. We're talking about this now because of the rules that we have in place. And a couple of decades ago, this never would have been an issue. But it's a tough decision because he clearly went after contact to a guy that wasn't looking at him. But on the other hand, if it's legal, it's legal. And the step would be, if we want it to be illegal, now we make it illegal.